It is a little after 7 in the morning. Way too early for me, but here I am. The rain has let up a little bit. It's still raining just a little bit. It's supposed to get a little bit heavier and then break for the day, which is really good because today I am taking a half-day tour to see 5 waterfalls at the Vista River Gorge. So I am really looking forward to that. So I am here at the bus stop. The bus is supposed to be here in about 3 minutes. Then I will take it over and then walk about 15 minutes to get to the meeting place for the tour. I am so hoping that I can find a coffee place on the way. That would really get the day started off right. I think that's it. This is a pretty industrial area, and so far I have not passed a single open coffee shop. So I hope the situation doesn't become dire, but I really need coffee. Closed. Closed. Guava Coffee is located at the edge of East Portland's Grand Avenue Historic District. I couldn't find anything about this particular building, but you can see it used to be some type of industrial space. It's cool how they've kept the old machinery, or maybe that's just the decor.
With my trusty mug of coffee, life is now good.
All right, that really hit the spot. I feel so much better. Now it's time to get to the tour without getting hit by a car. This is the off season in Portland, and there are only going to be 2 of us on this tour, so this is going to be nice. And even though it's supposed to stop raining here in Portland, it might not stop raining at the Columbia River Gorge, so we'll have to see.
We loaded up the van and headed out. You can see how much rain there was. This is the Columbia River, one of the largest rivers in North America, spanning over 1,200 miles. For context, San Francisco to San Diego is about 550 miles. Double that, and that's about how long the Columbia River is. And it's a mile wide in many places. Look at what we're heading into. So cool. Here are a couple of waterfalls that we could see from the highway. I'm not sure these are year-round falls or if they dry up in the summer. Sorry about the car window too. It was the best I could get. Here's our first stop, Multnomah Falls. There had been an ice storm in Portland the previous week, so the path to the falls was really slippery.
I slipped on the ice, fell straight on my back. So I think tonight is going to be sitting on pillows.
For sure I was sore, but that wasn't going to stop me from enjoying this trip. Look at that. We have to walk under the Black Bridge to get to the falls. Look how deep and dirty the snow is. It was 1 person at a time. Now you can start hearing the power of the water. You can see there's only a narrow path to walk to the falls, and that's not snow on either side, it's ice.
This is Multnomah Falls, the lower falls. Look at that. Is that not incredible? You can just hear the power of the waterfall.
This video doesn't do it justice. It's magnificent. This path was closed, and again, that's ice, not snow. That's the path that leads up to that bridge, so this was as close as we could get. Our excellent tour guide from Around Portland Tours took this photo of the tour group. We headed back to the van. It's raining again. One final look, and we're off to our next stop. Look at all the moss on the trees. That is so beautiful. This is Shepperd's Dell. In 1915, a dairy farmer named George Shepperd gave his land to the city in memory of his wife. He is literally the farmer in the dell. I'm sorry. I couldn't resist.
See, there's a path down here that you can walk to get right up to the falls, but because of the snow and ice, we are not able to get there.
Shepperd's Dell Bridge was completed in 1914. Here's an old photo of the bridge shortly after it opened. You can see the start of the pathway down to the falls here. The next waterfall is Latourell Falls. This is another one that has a path that goes right down to the waterfall. But it was closed. Look at the power of the falls. You're only going to see this power in the winter. In the summer, it's not nearly as strong. Here's a photo of Latourell Creek Bridge in 1914 when it opened, all shiny and new. Check out the moss on the bridge today.
These bridges and some of the trees are covered with moss. The moss just kind of goes crazy this time of year because it's so wet.
It's got character.
This has been here for quite a while. A pretty cool bridge.
Our next stop is a lookout point that's rumored to have incredible views. Honestly, I don't mind missing the view. I think experiencing the day in this weather, being in the clouds, is definitely unique.
This is the Vista House. The biggest complaint that people had when the highway was built was there's nowhere to go to the bathroom. So they commissioned someone to build this, and he did a fantastic job and doubled the budget. Well, quintupled the budget. It cost 5 times more than was originally budgeted, but it's got stained glass windows. Everything inside is marble. It is really beautiful.
Downstairs, they had a number of historical exhibits. There's an entire hallway with info boards that have historical photos, dates, and stories.
This quilt was made in 1845.
It was quilted by a young girl while she was traveling with her parents on the Oregon Trail, relocating from Iowa to Oregon. Her family became well known in this area, opening and running the Chanticleer Inn from 1912 to 1930.
This short gallery has a lot of historic photos of the Vista House, the falls, and the highways around this area. This is why the Vista House was built, was for the restroom. Look, all the stalls are marble. The all along the sinks, marble. This is decadent. It got the nickname the $100,000 outhouse.
The budget was $25,000. He spent $100,000. Totally worth it. And with that, we headed back to the van and started the rainy trek back to Portland. Find your adventure.